Hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage, and today we're just going to do a Q&A type video here.
Yeah, so we gathered up some questions that I've been seeing on Facebook groups, in our video questions, or questions asked on our videos. And we just decided we were going to answer them today.
Yep, well, we're going to attempt to answer them. We may fail horribly, and that's okay.
I don't think any of them are too complicated.
No, we'll see. Well, we're going to give you our take on it.
Yes.
For what it's worth. So that's kind of what today's video is going to be, so stick around for that. But we do have a bunch of stuff sold over the weekend.
We do.
So we're going to start looking at some of that. What's the first thing that sold?
We sold another trinket box. We are so in the profit on this one, on this buy
cool
already.
One, isn't it?
It is. It is seriously like about this big. I think it's like a...
It looks like a roll of bubble wrap.
Oh, it's like a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch.
It's a tiny little cupcake?
Yep, it is a Midwest of Cannon Falls. Those seem to be good ones that sell, that brand. Mini cupcake hinge trinket box. And not only that, it has its own little trinket with it because it has a little heart cookie in there.
There you go.
It sold for $29.99 plus shipping.
All right, what else we got?
We sold a handy cam. So in our last video, we talked about getting a handy cam. Now I actually sold another one.
Oh, I'm not going to dig all that out. It's in there pretty good, but it is a Sony Handycam.
It is a Sony Handycam DCR-6R68. SR68.
SR68. So
Yep.
the 8mm video cameras.
Yep. And it sold for $119.99 plus shipping.
Yep. Those always sell well for us, and it seems like everybody gives them away at garage sales and stuff. They're always 10, 15, 20 bucks at the top end.
I like handy cams.
And our rule of thumb is if it's Sony, we look it up.
Yep.
I mean, Sony is just kind of it's been a great brand for us.
Yep. We have another branded one that we picked up at a garage sale that hasn't sold yet. It did sell, and then somebody backed out on it, and I relisted it. So.
All right, welcome to another sticker feature. Let's go see who we got today. Super random draw. Who do we got here?
We have RK Treasure Center.
RK Treasure Center.
That is Roy and Kim.
Yep.
And we met them briefly at the Reseller Rally in Cincinnati.
Yep. I actually don't remember meeting them in Cincinnati, which I feel bad about, guys, but I don't do names and faces well until I've seen you a few times. But we got your sticker, and I did go check out your YouTube channel, and you guys have some really good videos. I've been kind of binge watching them here.
Yep.
Just over the last day or so, and they do some really good content. So go check out Roy and Kim over at RK Treasure Center and tell them Grams and Pop sent you. All right, what's the first question?
The first question talks about holiday items. As a new reseller, I wanted to know, do you list holiday items year-round or do you list them closer to the holidays? I listed a couple of Christmas items, but never had any views.
Yeah, we list them when we get them.
Obviously. I mean, in the last video, we sold a whole lot of Christmas trinket boxes.
Yeah, we sell, well, if you list a lot of Christmas things, you'll sell a lot of Christmas things.
Yep.
That's just kind of the way it goes. But yeah, we list them all year.
Christmas,
we sell them all year.
Halloween, Easter. We don't buy a whole lot of Easter stuff, though.
We try not to buy Easter stuff because it doesn't sell well.
No, we've never
Not
had
for
really
us,
good
it
luck.
hasn't.
Nope. But any Christmas stuff, like the other day, I listed a whole lot of not Christmas houses, like Christmas accessories that we got at a garage sale on our trip. But yeah, I list Christmas all year long.
I think the one thing I would say about that when it comes to the Christmas stuff is when it's not Christmas season, when it's not the fourth quarter, we are a little bit more open to taking offers on it. It sells for a little bit cheaper.
Yep.
You can get a premium from that like November, December, or October, November, December time frame when people are thinking of Christmas. You can get more for it during those times. And if you're comping things out, you want to make sure you're comping from that time frame. Don't comp something in August and you're looking at the last 90 days for Christmas sales and they look dismal and think you have to sell it for next to nothing.
Yep.
Comp from the fourth quarter of the previous season.
Yep. Take advantage of the, what is it called, Terapeak on eBay now. And you can actually do it on the app.
Yeah.
So take advantage of that and go look and see what it sold previously around the time, around Christmas time and list it at that. And you can always take offers for it to get it gone sooner.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I would say on the holiday stuff is it does go for a premium during a certain time, and it does skew comps during the summer and off-season months. So be aware of that. But no, we list it when we buy it, and it does sell year-round.
It does.
All right, so let's look at what else sold.
We sold a lot of 2 trinket boxes. It wasn't a lot, but we sold 2 trinket boxes together. It is a Christmas tree trinket box that has... I gave you the wrong freaking
Christmas
one.
tree and a gift?
No,
Is that the right Christmas tree?
that's the right Christmas tree. That's not the right thing.
Oh, it's a Christmas tree and a record player, like the old phonograph looking thing.
So we sold the Christmas tree for $10. I took an offer on it because she bought 2 of them. And then I sold the record player, Victrola record player, for $15. And each one of those has their own little trinket in it. So $25 total for those 2. Okay, the next item that sold, we got in our big, huge, good storage unit that we bought.
Big, huge, good storage unit.
Big, huge, good storage unit. It is actually
the rich guy unit. Is kind
the
of,
bougie unit.
Yeah, everything in that thing was pretty high end.
Yeah, and I don't think we have a whole lot that's left.
We have a lot of artwork to try and get rid of.
Yeah,
we just haven't been brave enough to try and figure out how to ship it yet.
Yep. So this is a Philips Hue white and color ambience smart light bulb.
Yep.
It sold on our sale, but it sold for $24.69 plus shipping.
Yep. Now I've got the Philips, the Philips ball things, the
that
lights.
we had listed.
Those are really expensive, and I knew I would never buy them for myself for like a YouTube studio. So I just snagged them out of inventory when they didn't sell after the first 60 days and just kept them for myself. Someday I might list them, but for now, they do make kind of nice backdrop lights for ourselves. So
I will steal them one day and sell them.
You had 60 days to sell them, and you didn't get them sold. So it's your fault that I stole them.
Next question. Would anyone happen to know how or if you can upload videos to an eBay listing? I swear I saw the option to upload somewhere, but I don't see it. So it's right up there with the pictures when you go to list on Chrome or on your desktop or your computer. It's
from the app, it's not there. I think that's what she's getting confused. She's listed from her phone.
Yep.
It's not there on the app.
No, but I have found workarounds because I take my videos with my phone, and I'm not an Apple user, so I don't transfer stuff to my computer.
I was going to say, we both do it different because I do use an Apple phone or an iPhone. It's not an Apple phone. And I just transfer stuff to my laptop, just AirDrop it.
Yep.
And I upload it from the desktop app. Or the desktop from the webpage. So I don't have to worry about it from my phone. It's real easy.
So for those of us who have an Android,
Losers.
And the app, you can't do that. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to do it by saving it to Google Photos, whatever. But I open up eBay on a web browser, but I have it in desktop mode. And so once you do that, you can go through and you'll be viewing on your phone the website just like you would on a computer. And so then you can just upload it right from there.
That sounds ridiculously complicated.
It's not. It's just opening eBay on your browser.
In desktop mode.
In desktop mode. My phone is always in desktop mode for...
You just buy an iPhone and be done.
Nope.
No. The iPhone, the only reason I have one, I've had Samsungs forever. The only reason I have one is specifically for transferring files to my computer. Because we do a lot of photo taking and video editing and stuff from the phone. And transferring files is just something that should be easier to do. Samsung has really fallen short on this.
It's not Samsung in general. It's Android.
Android as an operating system is just...
It's not failed us.
It shouldn't be difficult. It should be the simplest thing. Like I hit one button and it just goes where I want it to.
The only issue though is when you put stuff on your phone, I'm going to bash Apple. You put it on your phone and then it goes to every single item that you have that's Apple related.
That's what I want it to do.
Automatically?
I don't want to have to... Like if I have it on one thing, I want it on the other thing.
No.
Yep.
No.
All right. So we have reignited the great Apple versus Android.
We have.
Or iPhone versus Android.
But yeah,
debate.
it's super simple. Like, I mean, for me, I just had to learn how to do it because I was frustrated with having to transfer videos via either like Google Photos or something so that I could do them on my desktop when I do a lot of my drafting and listing from my phone.
Yeah. So the simplified answer is you can't from the app. And if you want to do it from your phone, buy an iPhone. That's your answer.
No, that's not the answer.
That's what I heard. The rest was just right.
Go back and listen a little bit farther so you can hear what us Android users do.
All right. What else do we sell?
We sold a Starbucks cup. I think these are some that we picked up at the Goodwill for really cheap.
Not this one. Oh, this might be.
It was like $1.
Yeah. I was thinking this came in our lot with our Panama bags and stuff from the cruise ship stuff, but it's not.
No, but this is a Starbucks barista airmail stamp. So it has Panama, Yukon, French, and Sumatra. Yep. I don't even know where that is. But it sold for $13.49 plus shipping.
Yep. Not much to look at. It's just another Starbucks cup.
The next item, Corey's going to say is a Barbie, but it's not a Barbie.
What is it?
It is a vintage blonde Kenner Darcy doll in a fancy pants outfit. And she has an additional outfit with her and a stand.
So it has nothing to do with the Barbie brand?
Nope, it is not Barbie brand. It is Kenner brand.
Okay. Well, look at her.
Oh, it has a piece of paper in there too about her
Yeah, it's
outfit.
got the card, and she got all kinds of stuff.
I had her listed, up there where it was, but she didn't sell, but she sold on our sale for $42.24. And I think I only paid, she was in one of those Barbie box things, carriers that I bought one time.
Okay.
So I didn't pay much for her.
Well, good. Anytime you get $40 out of a non-Barbie, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Next question. I didn't necessarily understand it until I was talking to Corey about it, but then he kind of explained what it meant for sure. But somebody was wondering about, is there a way to change all shipping lengths at once for shipping handling times? So we have 1 day handling time, right? We ship next day.
We ship next day, yep.
Yep. So I think they're wanting to know, is there a way to bulk edit all of your shipping and handling times at once?
Yes, eBay was very gracious in the fact that they created a way to do that.
They did.
They gave us all the tools we need as far as that goes.
What tool is it?
It's called shipping policies.
Yes, it is. So in the shipping policy, all you and we've done that with like modifying our shipping, like the sources that we use, either UPS or eBay.
UPS, USPS.
Yeah, that.
FedEx, whatever.
It's those.
Yeah.
If you want to change them all at once, then you just go choose a shipping policy. But in the shipping policies is the option on where you change your handling time. So all you have to do if you have policies is just go in and change your handling time in that policy, and it will update it for all of them.
Yeah. And we might not even be the best place to ask for this question anyway, because I see a lot of people get really granular with their shipping. Like they want to go in and set up tiered shipping with flat rates at different weights, and they get really in the weeds on their shipping. And the reason we don't do that is because calculated works fine for us because we're in the center of the US and it's pretty close. And we do pass on a part of our discount, but not all of it. But the one thing about shipping in any e-commerce industry is shipping is the one thing that will always change. Every year, minimum once a year, sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a year, they will change shipping prices between FedEx, UPS, USPS. I mean, your shipping is going to change.
Yep.
Plus, you're going to have inflation changes where you might pay more for boxes. You might have to pay more for tape because your supply runs out. Like, there's too many variables changing in shipping.
Yep.
So to not be able to pivot quickly in your shipping is a huge it's a huge time sink if you don't set it up properly.
It is, because I know like when they switched and took away first class and switched to ground advantage, there were a lot of people that were scrambling trying to figure out how do I change these all at once.
Yeah, for us, we went in and changed it once and hit apply and it was changed. Everything was done.
Correct. So I'm a big advocate for shipping policies, both the shipping policies, the refund policies. I know they have payment policies, but we do immediate payment. So yeah, if you haven't invested your time into creating shipping policies, do it. It's the simplest thing ever. Okay, should we talk about the next thing I sold? I'm really excited about it.
Let's do.
We've come to the conclusion with a bunch of our friends in a group that we have that the Midwest is supposed to be the biggest place for swung vases.
Is it supposed to be?
According to somebody that lives in, where does she live? Delaware? I don't know where she lives, but she doesn't ever see swung vases. But we happen to come upon 3 swung vases that I have now listed.
Yep.
And this one is a Viking swung orange and clear bud vase.
This is another one of those things I would tell people that you hear rants and raves about them in the YouTube reseller community, and watch out for these. These are bolos, and I gotta say, BS again. I do. They're overhyped. They're cool. I mean, there are neat glass things. They just the sell-through rate on these things is just a giant turd.
Stop! You're giving me anxiety. You're like swinging it around, and I'm like,
Yeah, they do comp out well. They have decent comps on them, but the sell-through rate is garbage, and you're probably better off just leaving that in Grandma's thrift shop.
So, that one we paid $10 for. I'm pretty sure we paid $10 for it, but it sold for $44.99.
Yeah, that one didn't sit that long. We got lucky. But we priced it super cheap too.
Yes.
All right.
The next thing is a Monster High doll. I don't know how long I've had her or where I got her from, but she's not a Monster High doll.
After High?
She's an Ever After High Kitty Cheshire doll. She's a first edition. She sold for $19.99.
There you go.
The next question is near and dear to my heart because I check it every single day.
Yes, she does.
He doesn't, but I read them out to him.
Yes, she does.
It says, how do y'all handle reviews? Do you ask for them or just hope they will leave one when eBay reminds them? Field trip.
All right, so the answer to that is we send a thank you card and a sticker in every package. And part of our thank you card is our QR code with our LinkTree on it. And we ask specifically for a review.
Well,
yeah, it does say, once you receive your item, please remember to leave us positive feedback, and we'll do the same for you in return. That's the first line in our thank you card. We ask for the review. It's best to ask. Our review percentage is much higher since we started asking for the review.
Yep. And the reviews, I just love reading reviews.
Yep.
So we send that. We're thinking of modifying it a little bit because we're running out of them. So we'll have to chat with that to get some more printed. We do have them printed. We used to print them ourselves, but now we just have them printed on like Vistaprint and buy them in a large quantity so that we can get a good deal on them.
Yeah. I know I've talked about these before on the podcast, on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. And making a sale on eBay, eBay's not your platform. Your customers are not your customers. They're eBay's customers. And that's one thing about this type of e-commerce that always bothered me. It's like selling on Amazon. You have no control of the customer after the fact. You can't really communicate with them much. It's not the same. So it's selling on eBay is kind of like bumping into somebody on the street. And you just meet them, you say hi, but this is what you say to them next. After you have their attention, you bumped into them. Now start the conversation because you want them to come back.
We do. And
you want them to buy more stuff. So this is the next step in the conversation for us. And that's why our LinkTree thing is on there. And we do have a very decent rate of return customers.
we do.
And not viewers, like just a high rate of actual return customers to come back because, well, I think like we talked about on the podcast, one of the arguments against this is I'm an everything seller. There's nothing for them to come back to.
But there is, because just because you're an everything seller doesn't mean you'll never get something else that they're interested in.
And I disagree with that because everybody, after they've been picking for a while, tends to pick in 5 or 6 main categories.
Yep.
Like people niche themselves down naturally because these are the kind of things you like. These are the kind of things I like. So you will niche yourself into categories. And if you're picking up a lot of Harley shirts all the time, and that's something you run into all the time, you want those people coming back. You want them coming back for those vintage shirts. So,
and not only that, I mean, when I get famous, whoever bought from me will have my signature.
That's true. You do get Grams' signature.
I sit there for about 45 minutes and sign every single one. I go in spurts. I'll sign a whole lot of them, and then I'll walk away. And then I'll go back and sign.
We could just design it with your signature on it.
No.
It wouldn't be as special, would it?
No, because you can tell it's handwritten. Yeah. No, you can't do that.
I should make up like a little fake certificate of authenticity to send with the signature.
Since we're talking about feedback, not really feedback related, but We did have 2 viewer sales in the last,
there you go.
I don't know how long ago it was. One is a repeat viewer sale because we shouted them out on a previous sale or on a previous video for their sale. One's name was Eddie, and I didn't know who it was for sure, but they came back in and bought something else and said they watched our show. Again, they love the shout out, but her given name is Edna, but everybody calls her Eddie. So
thank you, Eddie.
yes. And the other one, which was right next to that one, is his name is Jeremy, and he's from Ohio. Him and his wife are YouTube viewers and fans. They love watching us, and your advice on reselling is very helpful. Please keep it up. Y'all need stickers. Would buy one in a heartbeat. Boy, did they get a surprise when they got their package.
Thank you, Jeremy, because we do send out stickers with all of our shipments, so you should have one now. And if you didn't get one, let us know, and I will throw one in an envelope and send it out to you.
That is correct. Now we got to talk about the last couple things we sold.
Yep, we do. We have a few more things left. Let's look at what sold.
They were good ones. We sold some, I'm going to call them old lady shoes because I can't wear these. I don't wear these.
Kinda,
I've never even heard of the brand. They are.
You know what we could call them?
What?
We could call these music teacher shoes because that's where they came from.
They were. So they are Enzo Angiolini Liberty black leather flat loafers.
Made in Brazil.
They are made in Brazil. And they were out of our estate sale buyout, and they sold for $29.99 plus shipping. The last thing, we were just talking about Sony. I don't even know, where did we get this from?
I bought that at a garage sale.
Okay, do you remember what you paid for it?
Like $6. It was cheap.
Okay, so this is a Sony Direct, or DVD Direct, multifunction DVD recorder. It is new, open box.
I remember the garage sale. I was sitting at the end of a table, and there was something else sitting right on top. I just happened to walk by and saw Sony on the side of it right there, and that's why I unburied it and looked it up. So.
And if you find one,
what did that sell
save
for?
it and list it quickly. It sold for $99.99. I listed it last night, and it sold in an hour.
Yep.
I even upped it because at first I was looking at prices and it was like $79.99, but eBay shows you that thing on the side where it says this is their recommended price to put, and it listed $99.99. So I switched it to $99.99 and it sold.
I would normally never recommend listening to what eBay's suggested price is on listings.
I did on that one.
But it worked out on that one, so.
It did. It was awesome.
All right, I think that's it for today.
It
Again,
is.
we have a ton of packing to do, so we're going to get to that, and we will see you guys next time.
Hasta la vista, baby.